Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome back to my beauty stash. Today I'm going to be doing another installment of ranking my recent foundation purchases. I think I'm going to make this a regular series here on my channel because you guys know I love to try out new foundations. That is probably one of my most favorite things to do here on my channel, and I'm actually wearing a new foundation slash tinted moisturizer right now. I am wear testing the new one from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer, and I have the shade 115. You guys should see this 2-day wear test go up Monday evening. And I think you're gonna see this video that I'm filming right now go up Sunday morning. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the schedule for the next couple days. So if you're interested in seeing how this one wears, definitely stay tuned for Monday evening. Now, I have acquired quite a few foundations since my previous ranking my recent foundation purchases video, which I will have linked up above in case you guys want to check that out and see the other foundations that I've hauled and wear tested and all that good stuff. But I have to say, guys, I'm pretty impressed with all of the foundations that I'm going to be ranking in today's video. I kind of almost hated to rank them because I honestly don't have anything that bad to say about any of them. So surprise, surprise. So just a quick background on my skin in case it is your first time here on my channel. Welcome first and foremost. I hope you all will consider subscribing before you leave. I am 39 years old and I have normal to oily skin, oily primarily in my T-zone. My major concerns right now are my large visible pores and the fine lines under my eyes. I like to try all different types of foundations. I love a nice, like a dewy finish, a healthy glow to my skin, but I also want to be matte in my T-zone. I don't want to be an oil slick at like the 4 or 5 hour mark. I need my foundation to hold up for at least 10 hours. After 10 hours, okay, it can do whatever it needs to do, but it needs to get me through a good workday's wear, and those are some of the things that I look for. I also like a good medium to full coverage, but you guys are going to see quite a few sheer to light to medium foundations in this ranking video. So I'm a little shocked with some of the ones that I've tried recently, but like I just told you guys, I like to try all different types of foundations, brands, price ranges, you name it. All right, guys, so let's jump into today's video. I will have all of the foundations that I am discussing linked in the description box down below, as will I link the makeup that I currently have on right now. I tried to film this eye look and then I thought I was filming and then I wasn't, so I was just like, forget it, let me just hurry up and do this so I can come on and start making this video. So sorry that the eye look isn't filmed, but I will leave the products that I am using right now in the description box down below. And just a quick heads up, some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up purchasing, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. All right, guys, if you want to see all 13 of my recent foundation purchases ranked, keep on watching. Hey guys, so I just noticed in editing this video, which is what I'm doing right now, I forgot to include one of the foundations, and I forgot to include it because I unfortunately no longer have it because it just did not work for me. This is the Makeup Forever Watertone foundation. Guys, this did not sit well on my normal to oily skin. It just kind of caked up almost immediately upon application. It didn't work for me, and so I did return it, and yeah, this one is the only dud of the bunch. So let's start first with a lucky number 13, and this one comes to us from Milani. This is the Glow Hydrating Skin Tint, and I have the shade 110, which is for fair to light skin tones. I want to say there's only about 4 or 5 different shades just because it is such a lightweight product. These are really adapting to your skin tone, and you're going to see quite a few of that in the foundations that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. But this one gets the bottom spot, not necessarily because it's a bad product. I just really didn't feel like it did anything special for my skin. I actually have been enjoying mixing this with more mattifying foundations just to give that foundation a little glow. But this really doesn't provide much coverage. It really is just like a sheer wash of color, kind of evens out skin tone a little bit, and it definitely does provide a glow. I bought this off of the Ulta Beauty website. You can pretty much find this wherever Milani products are sold. It really is affordable. But if you're looking for this to provide coverage, not really going to do that. You would have to go in with like a concealer to spot conceal whatever areas you need to build up coverage. For me, it was just okay. Like, it wasn't anything great, but it wasn't bad either. So the way I'm going to continue to use this is just by mixing it in with other foundations. Next on the list is from NYX, and this is the Bear With Me Luminous Tinted Skin Serum. I have the shade Universal Light in this one. I did pick this one up from the Ulta Beauty website, and how many shades were in this? It was also a very small shade range just because it is a very sheer product. It does provide a beautiful glow, a nice luminosity. This one I feel does a little bit better job of providing coverage versus the Milani Glow. But likewise, I have been mixing this in with other foundations, and it seems to be working well that way. I liked it. Like, it performed well when I reviewed it. It's just that, you know, I'm ranking all of these, and some of the other ones that I'm ranking did a little bit better. But I do like the way this wears on my normal to oily skin, but I definitely have to powder down my T-zone. But everywhere else, like on the perimeters of my face, this little serum does a great job, and it does provide a decent amount of coverage for what the product is. I do want to tell you guys, you don't unscrew this. There's a little cap, and mine is in my makeup bag, but there's like a little purple cap right here, and you just take that off, and then you flip it over and you just squeeze it. Like, this part right here is squeezable, and then the product comes out. And it goes on, it applies really, really nice, and it does wear pretty well. Just because it is the number 12 spot doesn't mean it is a bad product, because like I told you guys in the intro, none of these are really duds. They're all pretty decent foundations, but because it doesn't provide that much coverage, I guess that's why I'm ranking it number 12. Next up are two foundations, but I'm coupling them as one, and these are from Undone Beauty. I reviewed this brand about a month and a half ago on my channel, and I will have that linked up above in case you guys want to see how that first impression review video went. But these were the two foundations that they had available on the Ulta Beauty website. One of them is a mattifying skin tint, and the other is a glow tint. I thought they both mixed well together, and they did perform well on their own. I think I am a bigger fan though of the glow tint. I really like the way it wore on my skin. I got a good, I would say a solid 8 hours out of it, and for being a really light skin tint, that's pretty decent. That's okay. I'll give these lightweight foundations 8 hours. For me, that's pretty good. I did enjoy mixing them together as well, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. You do have a little bit more coverage with the matte foundation versus the glow, but I do think mixing them together creates a happy medium, a good balance. I have the same shade in both, which is 425 Cream Light, and I'm anxious to try more from the brand. I keep their setting powder at my desk for touch-ups, and I've enjoyed using the bronzer, the highlighter. I think the only thing I'm not really getting a lot of wear out of is the eyeshadow palette that I picked up. Not that it was bad, it just, I don't know, it's predominantly an all shimmer palette, so not something I would reach for on a daily basis. But these little foundations are pretty good, definitely provide a little bit of coverage, and you do get the option of matte or dewy. Next on the list is the KVD Good Apple Foundation Balm. In this one, I have the shade Light 08. Okay, so let's talk about this one because I kind of feel like my thoughts on it have changed. Maybe I should have ranked it a little bit lower and maybe moved the NYX one up. Maybe I should have switched those spots. But I put it here in the number 10 spot because of the coverage. Like, it really does an outstanding job of providing coverage. This can be your one and done product. However, if you do have a normal to oily skin type like mine or a full on oily skin, I definitely recommend, you know, setting your T-zone or wherever you get the oiliest. On some days, this works well, looks beautiful. And then on other days, it cakes up pretty quick and it starts going south by the 5-6 hour mark. So I don't know, this is a funny one. Like, I definitely love the finish. I definitely love the coverage. I like the little compact, even though, you know, it feels a little bit cheap, but that is because it is 100% recyclable. I can never say that word, recyclable packaging. So we'll give it that. But I know this has been so hyped on TikTok, and I know it's been like all over the internet. I reviewed it as soon as it came out. I was very intrigued because it said it was a foundation balm. And I mean, it's good. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not disappointed with it, but I just wish it would work 100% of the time instead of like 85% of the time. But you know what? That could also just be my skin and my skin acting up on that particular day. And it might have nothing to do with this product. I don't know. Love the coverage. Love the shade range. Packaging is cute. If you haven't tried it, don't feel like you need to go run out and buy it right away. It's not going anywhere. And if you can get, and I don't know if you can get a sample of this, but if you can get a sample, definitely try the sample first instead of investing like the almost 40 bucks. I think it's like $38 or $39. But just know that it might work some days and then it might give you some problems on other days, because that is the way this has been acting with me. Now, number 9 is from Givenchy, and this is the Prisme Libre Skin Caring Glow Foundation. I hope I pronounced all of those words correctly. I picked up the shade. What shade is this? This is 1W, I believe. This is a very glowy, a very dewy foundation, and I'll be honest, I haven't reached for it that much since purchasing it. It's not a bad foundation. I just feel for what I paid, which was like, I think almost $50, I feel like I should have gotten a longer wear out of it, but it does look really pretty on the skin. It also doesn't provide like full coverage. This is a very light coverage, maybe bordering on medium coverage. So for me, it's definitely something that I have to use a concealer to spot conceal with, but it's definitely going to give you a nice glowy, dewy complexion. But I don't think it's necessary to spend this much. Again, you're paying for the brand. It's Givenchy. If you want a little luxury in your life, then have at it. But I definitely think if you stay tuned to the end of this video, you're gonna find some amazing alternatives for this foundation here at a much more affordable price. So while I do think it's a very nice foundation, I don't necessarily think it's worth the $48 or $49, whatever it was that I paid for this. So in the number 8 spot is a foundation I wasn't too sure if I was going to include, just because I've only used it a couple times. I haven't really used it the way I've used these other foundations that I'm ranking for you all, but I thought, you know what? It's in my stash, it's new, it's here. Let me go ahead and include it, and it is the one from Rare Beauty. I picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale based off of some of y'all's recommendation. You guys heard me say that I've been enjoying the concealer, so you said I needed to try the foundation, and the only reason I hadn't is because I had heard so many mixed reviews on it. People either hated it or they loved it. There was like no in between. So I just really wasn't sure, but I thought, you know what? The sale's going on. I am picking up slowly but surely more Rare Beauty products. I thought I might as well have the foundation in my stash in case I want to do like a full face of Rare Beauty video one of these days. I picked up the shade 150C, and so far, so good. I do love the packaging. I actually love all of the packaging of the Rare Beauty products. I think that is something that Selena Gomez did perfectly. I love like it's a light little nudish pink, and it's just really cute. I love the way the little cream blushes look on my beauty shelves. I've said this so many times before, but those little cream cheek blushes, they look like little pink rocks. So super cute. I have enjoyed the foundation the last 2 times that I've worn it. And I also recently got the primer, the pore diffusing primer. I have yet to try it with this one. I've been trying it with other foundations, but I can't wait to mix those together and see what this foundation is going to look like alongside its sister primer. So, so far so good with it. I love the coverage on it. I definitely think this is a medium to full coverage foundation. Gonna have a nice nice radiant finish to it, but once I powder it down, it definitely takes down that dewiness, that radiance a few notches, and it seems to be doing just fine on my normal to oily skin. And I haven't used this yet on camera, so that's definitely something that you will see me do in the near future. Next on my list is a foundation stick from Merit Beauty. This is also like one of those one and done type of products. You can see it right here. This is definitely a nice foundation, and it's also a concealer, and the shade I have is called Silk. This looks beautiful on the skin. This is very natural looking on the skin as well, while still providing a good amount of coverage. Not full coverage, but you can definitely do a medium coverage out of this. I use this also under my eyes as a concealer, and it did fine. Like, it did a pretty good job. I did review a few products from the Merit Beauty line, so I definitely will have that video linked up above so you guys can check it out. But they actually sent this to me in PR. They sent me a few different makeup items, so I was really happy, fortunate to receive that from Merit Beauty, and I have been enjoying the stick foundation. It really is a good foundation stick if you just want something quick, get out the door, easy concealer foundation in one. I highly recommend checking this one out from Merit Beauty. Now, number 6 on the list is from Laura Geller, and this is her Timeless Cream Foundation. I picked up the shade 150 in this one off of the QVC website, and I bought this because I thought it would be a good alternative or a dupe for the KVD Good Apple. Now, while they are really similar, I feel like this one is going to be best for people with a normal to oily skin. I think you're going to enjoy this one way more than you do the KVD. You do get a nice medium coverage, a good medium to buildable full coverage with it, and it does wear pretty well throughout the day. The only negative thing with this foundation is its shade range. It has a very limited shade range, which I'm not too sure why, because this is not like a skin tint or anything that's going to be like self-adapting to your skin tone. This is a foundation, so I definitely think that the Laura Geller team needs to work on their shade range quite a bit. Again, I have shade 150 in this one. It is a pretty good shade match for me. I do enjoy wearing this. I have worn it a few times since doing a 2-day wear test review on it. So far, so good. This is one of those quick products, so if you don't have a lot of time to do your makeup in the morning or any time throughout the day, this is something that could easily be your foundation and concealer in one. Throw on some mascara and a lip gloss and head out the door. But I have been enjoying wearing it. I do use the little sponge that comes with it to apply. You can use a foundation brush. It actually came, and I have it right here. It came with this foundation brush, but I didn't really like it with this particular foundation brush. You guys know I love my BK Beauty 101 foundation brush, so I have used it to apply this Laura Geller foundation, and that works just fine. But I do like to use the sponge just to kind of press everything in, make sure everything is blended nicely, seamlessly. And I feel like the sponge gives me just a little bit more coverage than the brush does. So just wanted to mention that in case you are going to be picking this up. I ordered it from the QVC website. Number 5 on my list is from Fenty Beauty, and this is a Fenty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint, and I picked up the shade 3 in this one. In the Fenty Pro Filter Matte Foundation, I usually wear shade 140, between 140 and 150. So this is a really nice shade match for me, and I have been enjoying the skin tint. It is a nice medium coverage. Even though it says it's more of a light coverage, I feel like it gets me to a good medium coverage. It's more of a natural finish. It's not matte, but it's not 100% dewy either. Just the perfect middle of the road finish. Like, you get a little bit of matte, you get a little bit of dewy. For me, that I am a normal to oily skin type, I definitely powder it down on my T-zone. I really have enjoyed this. Out of all the Fenty foundations, which I haven't done a full day's wear out of the powder foundation, that's why I'm not including it in this bunch. But I did pick up the Fenty powder foundation, and as soon as I can really try that out, you guys will see that in the next installment of this series. But so far, this has been my favorite Fenty foundation product. I just think Rihanna and her team did a great job with formulating it, and for me and my normal to oily skin, It's worn beautifully. Number 4 on my list, if you can believe, is the only full coverage foundation in this whole video, and this is from DermaBlend. This is the DermaBlend CC Cream. I picked up the shade 15N, which is Fair 2. I have already reviewed this on my channel, and I wanted to pick this up because I thought it might be a good alternative for those of you out there who aren't maybe the biggest fans of the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I thought that this was a very, very close second place finisher. I think it wears really well. It's definitely going to cover whatever you want it to cover. But I just think that the IT Cosmetics wears for a little bit longer. Like, it looks better for a little bit longer than this one does. But this did perform really well on my normal to oily skin. I love that it has the SPF 50 built in. This is a really nice product from DermaBlend. I'm really happy to see them release this product. For me, and in thinking back of all the DermaBlend foundations that I've tried, this is definitely my favorite of the bunch. Now we're getting into the top 3. Number 3 on my list is a very recent find, a recent love here in my stash, and that is the Becca Light Shifter Dewy Skin Tint. I picked up the shade Orbit 2, and I've really been enjoying using this product. It definitely blurs your skin. It gives you that healthy lit from within type of glow. If you don't want to glow, then don't pick this up, because this is definitely going to provide a dewy, glowy finish, but it is so pretty, and it does a great job of just evening out the skin tone, and it did wear pretty well under my mask. It didn't cause my nose to get cakey or anything like that. If you understand what I'm trying to say, like, my nose didn't look, like it was missing any foundation. This just looks so pretty. I really enjoyed wearing this the times that I have worn it, and I'm really happy to have it in my stash. And I will likely order another one before Becca goes out of business in September. Number 2 on my list is not a new foundation at all. This one has been out for, I would think, at least over a year now, but it's the first time that I tried it, and I'm talking about the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I have the shade Vanilla Nude in this one. I've been mixing this with other products. I've been wearing it on its own. I've been trying different ways to wear it, and I've enjoyed it every single time. This is another product that just wears beautifully under the mask. It doesn't get cakey or gross or anything like that. It works with my normal to oily skin. I do like to powder down my T-zone, as do I do that with all of these products. Like, for me, because I'm oily in that area, that just really helps to improve the longevity of these products. And this is a beautiful product. I don't know why it took me so long to try it. Probably because I was thinking, well, it's not going to give me any coverage, but it does. It does provide a nice amount of coverage for being what it is. Now, I will go in with a concealer just to spot conceal right here on my cheeks, but even if I don't do that, I can still build it up and it looks pretty good. I'm so happy that I finally tried it, and this has definitely been a standout product in my stash. And the number 1 spot, which I know you guys, you probably know the answer to this already. This is a product that I reviewed last weekend on my channel, and it just blew me away. And I'm so happy that I have this. This is the Nabla Skin Realist Beautifying Tinted Balm. I have the shade Light 2. Now, this is also one of those products with a limited shade range, but because it is a skin balm, a skin tint, which means the shades are going to be very forgiving and they're going to blend in and kind of just self-adapt to your skin tone. I ordered this straight from the Nabla Cosmetics website. I believe that is the only place where all the shades are in stock right now. I know Beauty Bay is selling this, but I do believe some of the lighter shades are sold out. Like this shade, I think, is sold out, but I'm not too sure. I'll have it linked to both places down in the description box. I love this. I love this product, and you get a good amount of product in here. There is 1.6 fluid ounces of product. When you do the US Euro conversion, it comes out to $36. This is just, make sure you give it a good shake. If you want to glow, if you want to look like you have just amazing, beautiful, dewy, perfect skin while still having good coverage, because look at that right there. Can definitely build this up. I can't say enough good things about this Nabla Tinted Balm, or what is it? The Beautifying Tinted Balm. It's just, It's stunning. This is definitely gonna be one that I wear all throughout the summer. It's definitely gonna go on vacation with me. I just love it. I think it is so, so pretty. I do powder it down in my T-zone just because I am a normal to oily skin type, but just on the cheeks, the way it looks in this area, it just looks so flawless. Like, it makes my skin look so, so good. And guys, I love it with this BK Beauty 101 brush. For me, this combo is just like show-stopping. It is absolutely amazing. If you can afford to get this and this, which by the way, BK Beauty is having an amazing sale right now. If you use the code MOM21, that is not my code, it's not an affiliate code, but that will give you 20 to 30% off the entire website from now until Mother's Day. So you got a week, you have a week to buy this brush on sale. On sale, guys. This is the 101 foundation brush, my favorite, and it applies this Nabla tinted balm like nobody's business. These two products, you need them in your life. All right, guys, so that comes to the end of today's video of ranking all 13 of my recent foundation purchases. Now I want to hear from you. What was your favorite foundation? What was your least favorite foundation? What did you think of my top 13 list and how I ranked everything? I'm happy to say, guys, that there were no real losers in this bunch. There weren't any duds. I think they all did well. They all perform well in their own right. And I can honestly say that I've enjoyed wearing all of them. Once again, everything that I showed you guys, discussed, and that I have on my face will be linked in the description box down below in case you are interested in picking any of those items up. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.